Here we are in the depths of the man cave. Just wanted to go over a couple of finds, some of the few finds that I've found. Since I got my AT Pro a couple of years ago, hardly ever really found anything worth looking at. And I've been doing this since the 90s with different Garretts and different other manufacturer of metal detectors. The best thing I ever bought was a pinpointer. Without a pinpointer, you can't find nothing. So this is basically what I found since I found out that I need a pinpointer to metal detect. Some of my finds, I got a treasure chest full of coins and stuff, and this is everything I found since last October, actually. So this is June of 2016, and I found all of this between October of 2015 and June of 2016. So get a lot of stuff. This is a lot of it's in dirt, a lot of it was in water. This is probably one of my favorite finds ever. It's a Dixie Associated Motorist copper plate from 1920s. Must have fell off a car or something. It was from a ride from New York to Miami that they do every year. But they did this before the roads were even paved back in the 20s. And I found this off of 441, somewhere along the river up there, the Santa Fe River. This is kind of cool. Squirrel Ridge Park. It's a George Washington bicentennial. He was born in 1732. He would have been 200 years in 1932. And this is to commemorate his life. It's got a picture of him on, not a picture, but an engraving of him going across the Delaware River. Pretty cool coin though. Found that Squirrel Ridge, my buddy Corbin. Found this at some school here in Gainesville. It's an Oddfellows metal medallion, I guess. Oddfellows, strange. Got no markings on it at all. Just the handshake going on there. Found that at a school here. This is one of my first finds last year. It's a Fillmore medal. Well, it's a coin, I think. Yeah, it's a dollar coin. If you could see that. That was cool. That was about 4 inches down. Of course, you got junk jewelry. Squirrel Ridge Park. Squirrel Ridge by the playground. I think it's silver with just a crappy rock. I forgot where I found this one. It's just an earring. Junk. This is cool. Squirrel Ridge. GP&C and Company 45 time check. Used to hang these on the trees or posts around the property, and the security guard would go pick this up and then turn it in and hang it on the wall inside the office, and that would prove to them that he went out and did his rounds. Corbin found another one. I forgot what number he found, but he found the same kind of thing at Squirrel Ridge also. They rang up at about a 90, and it was about 1.5 feet deep. It was up by the tree line. Found this, forgot where, but it was in the dirt somewhere. Contacted the guy on Facebook, but he never wrote back, so I'll try him again. A silver bracelet, dirt, found that in the dirt. Found this in the dirt at a home site. Oh no, I found this at some other park here in Gainesville. I think Citizens Field. The US button. Found a cool pipe in the river. It's brass. Be firing that up someday soon. I don't know what this is, but I found it. This is really cool. A lot of people find these and don't know what they are. They think they're some kind of tool or something. But it's not a tool. What it is a Model A Ford from the 1920s. It's a valve stem cap. It goes over the valve where you put the air in the tire. Your valve would be coming up through here, and this would be mounted on, it screws, this part screws down on around the valve, and then this goes over the valve. This is when the tires were with wooden spokes. And you screw that down over the valve. Really cool. It's in great shape. I would say it's almost in damn perfect shape. It's not dented or nothing. And replicas of these that they're making today go for $100. $106 online. And this is brand damn great original and original shape. Is an old buckle. Found that in the dirt. I think it was Squirrel Ridge. Found this in one of the springs underwater. It's a 70s Timex watch. I put a new battery in it, don't work though. Found this in an old house that we were in. Corbin, Rob, and I were in a house. Found that in the floorboards. Gold chain. Found this at a park. I was out with Rob one day. It's just a cheap little cross. Earrings. I got tons of, well, not tons, but I got plenty of earrings. I got belly ring. They're all fake diamonds. A lot of these were at Ginny Springs in the volleyball court. I got permission to go into Ginny Springs with my buddies to, and we'd pick up all the trash that we found and showed them on the way out, and we'd actually get in for free. And this is basically what I found in Ginny Springs. A lot of earrings. Found this at Vets Park. Sterling silver. It's a bug. It's a cherub. No. Some kind of thing. I forgot what they call it. But it's solid silver, sterling. And it's a sacred Egyptian beetle. So that was really cool. That was hitting in the 90s, and it was by a tree down by the picnic tables at the Vets Park. Found this in the river. Sterling silver, made from Italy chain. And it was totally black when I found it. And I took it home, I tumbled it, and then I took it to the jewelers, and they fixed a link that was broken in it, and they cleaned it for me for $20. It's got a big K on the front. It's really kind of cheap, chintzy thing. But this sterling silver pendant and sterling silver chain. The same day I found that, I found, I think, this ring here. This is both in the river. It's sterling silver on the inside. It's got a guy's name in there, if you could read that. It says Brett. Sterling silver on the inside, and it's brass on the outside. It's either brass or copper. The jewelers couldn't figure out whether it was brass or copper. They're pretty sure it was brass, though. But it's a nice chunky ring in the river. If you want to get to the rings right away, I know rings are the biggest thing, so here we go. This here, me and my girl found in Daytona Beach. Dry sand. It's copper. It's a nice ring, though. Any ring is nice. This is the first ring I've ever found. October 2015. It was in the Nassau, in the Bahamas. I went on a cruise and found this in Nassau. My first ring. It's a junk ring. but still, it's one of my favorite rings because it was my first. Let's see, I found this one in the river probably about a month ago. It's sterling silver wedding band. And I found this sterling silver wedding band at Squirrel Ridge. It was in the dog park. That's sterling wedding band. This one here is amazing. I mean, it was amazing day. This is a junk ring. This is a gold electroplated ring. I found this, and then I was with Rob at a park, and 20 minutes later I found this. A chunking, big chunker. 16 grams of gold. 10 karat gold. Beautiful ring. I almost died when I pulled that out. It was awesome. 2007. It's from a school here in Gainesville. And I found this one last week. It's a 10 karat with real diamonds. It's a wedding band, I guess. I found it in the river. That was fun find. And this one I found last week also. This is a sterling silver baby spoon ring. It's really old. And it's a nice ring, actually. It was totally black when I found it. And I thought it was a junk ring. I took it to the jeweler and he said, no, it's sterling silver. So I took it home and cleaned it up a little bit. It kind of looks gold. I might take it back to him since I cleaned it. And I doubt it's gold, but it's got a yellow color to it. It doesn't look like sterling, but they said it was. So I'll take it back and see what they think now that I cleaned a little bit. Ginny Springs, this is real diamonds. This is a toe ring. Of all the rings I found, this one and this one are the only ones that have real diamonds in them. This is a toe ring at Ginny Springs in a volleyball court. Cute little ring. I have two other silvers that my girlfriend has. She wears them all the time, so I can't video them. Here's a gold wedding band, Ginny Springs volleyball court. The people at Ginny Springs are very nice to us. Let us come in there and remove a lot of trash for them. And I found this on a side of a house down in Gainesville, an old house that one of the guys had permission to. I was there with Rob and we found this. It's got some kind of stone in there, but I forgot what it's called. That's a pretty silver ring. And I found this ring, I think Rum Island or so. Yeah, Rum Island. It's a Disney ring. It's sterling silver. Beautiful ring. And then I found this one last week, and it was totally black and crushed. And I brought it down to Jewelry Works at the mall, and they straightened it up for me, made it round again, and cleaned it. It was totally black. I thought it was definitely a trash ring. Ends up being black onyx with the sterling silver ring. Really beautiful ring. It's nice. It was a great find. It was right on the shore of a spring. And that was that. Found this up at Rum Island. This is totally black when I found it. I thought it was trash. Again, I always think stuff is trash when I find it because that's all I'm used to finding is trash. But this is a heavy chain. It's indigo Italian silver. And I took it to Jewelry Works, and they cleaned it up for me because I couldn't get the tarnish off it. Then I found out how they did it, so I'll be trying to do this more myself. I have a tumbler that I use, and this is a beautiful chain. It's nice and heavy. It's worth about $250, they said. I found this at Squirrel Ridge. This is my first silver I found. Back when I started going to Squirrel Ridge. This is when I first started finding things. After I came back from the Bahamas, when I found this in the Bahamas, that sparked my detecting interest again, and I've been detecting every week since last October. And this is a sterling silver fireman's charm. Squirrel Ridge out in the field, and it's got some engravings on the back, probably some fallen heroes, badge numbers. It's a great little silver piece. Found these out at some lake that we go to. Pretty much nobody can get into this lake, but we get in. And I'm looking for this guy. I can't find him yet. Found this in the river, 1800s lock. There's another part to it somewhere, but I don't see it in here. Here it is. This part here, I got the spring for it too. It covers it, and the spring goes in here, and so you can access the keyhole. But somebody really beat the hell out of it. I looked it up. It's got a bunch of engraving on here. So I looked it up online. It's from the 1800s. And somebody probably stole something and broke into it. It's a cool lock though. And I got some more junk jewelry. Found this in the river. Somebody's gold Social Security card. He was born June 6th. 1937, so he just recently had a birthday. And I looked it up, and it came out, the card, the social number came out to a lady that died in 2007. And she was old, so it doesn't match the guy's name at all. Found this over at Vets Park. Beautiful, old brass lock. Like I said, these are just some of my favorite finds. We dig more trash than we dig good stuff. This I found in the river. I can't tell what kind of metal it is. I got to take it to the jeweler. It's very soft. And I don't know what kind of metal it is. We got to take it down. It's got some engraving here, but I cannot read it. So I tumbled it. It's a really pretty fork, and the tines are really sharp. It's been in the river probably 50-60 years. That was by an old hotel up in High Springs in the river. And of course you find these Hot Wheels cars. I got a bunch of them in different places. Also find a lot of bullets in the river. 3 or 4 pocket knives. There's a Boy Scout knife. Some other old knife. Another old knife. And I found a head. Found out next to an old house downtown Phoenix that they were going to tear down. Found this thing. That was cool. The button. I was out with Rob. Military coat button. Found this last week at another spring. It's a really cool and really ornate and very well made hair clip. It's really old as well. Found this thing in the river. That was cool too. It's a Harley Davidson. Looks like an old belt buckle from the 20s or 30s. I found a replica, I found the original on eBay or something, and I matched it up, and it's pretty much the same thing. This is a wing. There should have been an eagle over here too. And it's got a little Harley on the back and a little engraving of permission to use the Harley logo. Another thing I found a couple times, this is the second one I found. This is a bird band. I found this in the river, and I turned it in, and they sent me a certificate and told me exactly what it was. This was from a wood duck that was let go in 2002 from Iowa after it was born. And I found this in 2016, 5 inches down in the mud at a spring, actually. And I found another one in a friend's yard. I don't know where it is. It's in here somewhere. And I turned that one in too, and they sent me a certificate for that as well. But everything here that you see, all these coins, these really nice coins. I found an Indian head penny. I found a V nickel, all in the water. Found a bunch of marbles. One of these things in Daytona. Junk. And dog licenses. I've returned a dog license to the owner. He was really happy. It's got a lot of stuff. A lot of brass fittings you find in the river. It's got a patent number on it, so I run the patent number and find out what it goes to. I forgot what it went to though. I got a sterling silver lighter I found in a park, really old. Got initials in it, IHT. Anyway, these are some of my favorite finds, and since October I have found 16 rings, dirt and water. So I just wanted to go over some of my finds, and that's about it. Let's see, I found this too. This is a really cool medallion. It's a guardian angel medallion from Edmondite Missions in Alabama. It's got a angel on there. Tons of stuff. A lot of junk though. For every piece of good jewelry or anything, you dig 1,000 or 2 pull tabs. And we keep the pull tabs. And Rob recycles all our metal, steel, iron, aluminum. We cleaned out probably 100 cans out of the river. So it's not all just fun and games, but when it is, it's really pretty to find rings and things. I know who the owner of this is, but he's in prison, so when he gets out, maybe I'll get a hold of him and get it back to him. But for now, I'm just going to hang on to it. So thanks for watching, and happy hunting.